Most people who play the lottery have never actually looked at the odds. They buy what feels lucky, they go with habit, or they just grab whatever's at the counter and hope. But here's the thing. Scratchers and lottery draws are not the same game. They have completely different odds structures, completely different prize distributions, and the one most people assume is better? It usually isn't. In this video, I'm going to break down the actual math behind both. No cherry-picked numbers, no lottery commission spin, just the real odds, what they mean for your money, and if you're going to play at all, which format gives you the least terrible shot. And I'm going to tell you something toward the end of this video that the lottery industry really doesn't advertise about scratchers, a structural detail baked into how these games are printed. Stay with me on that one. This channel covers honest breakdowns of money and AI. No hype, no gurus. Let's get into the data. Understanding the odds structures. This is actually the detail the lottery doesn't push you to look up, but it's there. And knowing it changes how you'd approach scratchers entirely, which I'll come back to. Let's start with lottery draws because this is where most people's money goes. Powerball, Mega Millions, your state's pick six. These are draw games. You pick numbers, wait for a draw, and compete against everyone else who bought a ticket that week. The exact jackpot odds for Powerball are 1 in 292,201,338. Mega Millions recently updated its matrix and now sits at 1 in 290,472,336, down from its former 1 in 302 million. So they're actually closer to each other than most people realize, and both are effectively the same bet. Statistically, you are more likely to be struck by lightning twice in your lifetime than to win either jackpot. Now, lottery commissions will point out that there are smaller prizes. Powerball's overall odds of winning any prize, starting at $4 for just matching the Powerball number, are 1 in 24.87. Mega Millions sits at approximately 1 in 23 for winning any cash prize. Those are real odds. But what you're mostly winning at those tiers is $4 or 10. The expected value on a standard draw ticket, what you actually get back per dollar spent, still runs well under 60 cents. Every ticket you buy, on average, returns less than you paid. Here's where it gets interesting, and where scratchers look different on the surface. Scratch tickets, instant win games, have a fundamentally different odds structure. Instead of competing in a random draw against millions, you're buying into a pre-printed pool. Every scratcher game has a fixed number of tickets printed, a fixed number of winners, and a fixed prize structure. The Lottery Commission publishes this. You can look it up before you buy. And here's where scratchers actually outperform draw games for most players. Your odds of winning something, anything, on a scratcher are dramatically better than on a draw ticket. A typical $5 to $10 scratcher has overall odds of roughly 1 in 3.4 to 1 in 3.9. California's published data, for example, shows one of their popular $5 games at 1 in 348. Drop down to $1 or $2 tickets, and those odds slip to 1 in 4 to 1 in 475. Compare either of those to draw games, where your odds of winning any prize at all are 1 in 2487 on Powerball. That gap is not close. That gap is real. If winning something is the experience you're paying for, scratchers are structurally more likely to deliver it. The question is, what are you actually winning? The prize distribution reality. This is where the comparison gets more honest and more complicated. On scratchers, the majority of winners are small. Win $2 on a $5 ticket and you've lost $3. Win your money back, break even, and that counts as a winning ticket in the odds table. The win rate looks impressive. The actual payout is often not. Most states publish their remaining prize pools for scratch games. If you pull up your state's lottery website right now, and I'll show you how in a second, you can see exactly how many top prizes are still available in any active scratcher game. This is public information, and it changes the math entirely. If a $5 scratcher has 19 top prizes of $100,000 and a $1 million prize, but 15 of those top prizes have already been claimed and the game is 3 months old, you are now buying into a pool where the best prizes are essentially gone. You're still paying $5 for 1 in 3.5 odds, but 1 in 3.5 odds of winning mostly $2 back. For draw games, the jackpot is the draw. The secondary prizes, $100, $500, the $1 million or second-tier prize, they exist, but they're rare enough that they don't materially change the expected value equation. The one scenario where draw games have a genuine mathematical edge when the jackpot is large enough that even with terrible odds, the expected value tips positive. This happens occasionally when jackpots roll over multiple times and hit $700 million or more. At those levels, the math on a single ticket technically becomes a better bet in isolation. It ignores taxes, the lump sum haircut, and the fact that huge jackpots attract exponentially more players, which fragments the prize if you win. So what's the honest conclusion here? Let's get specific about what kind of player you actually are. The honest framework for each player type. If you play strictly for the jackpot dream, the life-changing number, draw games are structurally built for you. Scratchers have top prizes, but they cap out. No scratcher is paying you $300 million. The jackpot fantasy is a draw game product. If you play for entertainment, the experience of winning something, scratchers deliver more frequent wins. You will feel the hit of a $10 or $20 return more often than you will feel anything on a draw ticket. If you're a value-conscious player who actually tracks what you spend, scratchers let you research before you buy. You can look up the remaining prize pool. You can identify games where the big prizes haven't been claimed yet. You can compare expected values across different ticket price points. That information is public and most players never use it. Here's the underrated play that most casual players don't know. Higher denomination scratchers have measurably better odds. The data from official state lottery publications is consistent. $20 to $50 premium tickets typically carry overall odds between 1 in 2.5 and 1 in 3.2. A $1 or $2 ticket is often 1 in 4.5 or worse. The entertainment cost is higher, but per dollar spent, the math is structurally better on the premium tickets. The top prize odds on any scratcher still drop to roughly 1 in 1 million to 1 in 2 million, depending on the pool. But that's the jackpot tier, not the overall ticket. If this kind of honest breakdown of money math is useful to you, no hype, just the real numbers, the subscribe button is right there. New videos every week. Earlier I mentioned something the lottery industry doesn't push you to think about. Here it is. Scratch ticket games have a finite lifespan. The Lottery Commission decides when to end a game, and they don't always pull games the moment the top prizes are gone. A game can stay on sale after the $100,000 prizes have all been claimed. Buyers keep buying. The odds table still says 1 in 3.5, but 1 in 3.5 of a prize pool that no longer contains the prizes you were playing for. Every state lottery site publishes remaining prize data by game. It's updated regularly. Before you buy a scratcher, especially a higher denomination one, check the remaining prizes on your state's site. Takes 90 seconds, changes the bet entirely. That one habit separates an informed player from a random buyer. It doesn't make the lottery a good investment, but it makes it a smarter one. Scratchers or draw games, neither is a wealth-building strategy, but they're not identical, and the math matters. Scratchers give you more frequent wins, more transparency, and more control if you research before you buy. Draw games give you access to life-altering jackpots with odds so low they're practically theoretical. Know which game you're actually playing, and why. And speaking of knowing what you're actually playing, next video, I ran AI against the quick pick system on 30 draws. The results were not what I expected. Watch for it.